welcome to another episode of Derek Burleson Art. We're doing our little vlog series, or I should say, we're just doing some updates. I want to post about, maybe a couple a week, just to kind of keep you up to date on what's going on in our world, what's going on in the world of art, if anything, or basically how to get into art and make that your business, full-time, part-time, whatever it might be. And I'm going to kind of share today. Today's going to be on, you've been painting, how do you get yourself started doing art classes for people? That's a big step. So I'm going to tell you how I got started and how I would recommend you get started. I'm going to have my coffee. It's probably hot, very hot, just poured it. It is January 8th here in Northeast Kansas. January 8th. It's raining outside and 51 degrees at 8:23 on a Thursday morning. So, hey, usually there's snow and it's about 10 below zero, but or zero, whatever it might be. Anyway, let's get started today. How do you start your own art classes? What's the first step you take? How do I get started? You've been painting a while, you look at your paintings and you say, my paintings aren't bad at all. I think I could do an art class. How do I get people? How do I get started? Well, what I did, I had someone that says, why don't you do some art classes? And I said, well, I don't know that my paintings are that good. And they said, oh yeah, they're good enough. And I'm like, okay, well, I agree, they might be good enough, but how these paintings take me, oh gosh, 5, 6, 8, 10 hours. How am I going to do an art class? Now, I used to go to these workshops where you would go for 8 hours and you would paint all day. You'd take your own lunch and then you might have a little break, and you could either a working lunch where you eat while you're painting, or take a break from your painting for a few minutes, eat, and then get right back into it. So we did a lot of those, but those were long ones. How do I get started? So getting started, I guess, is kind of the hardest thing to do, figuring out what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? How do I advertise? How do I even get started? I'm going to go through how I did it and see, if it gives you any ideas. One more sip of coffee. First thing I done was I came up with the painting and I painted it. Matter of fact, I think my first one was on an 11 by 14 canvas. I did an oval with some contact paper, and then we did a little mountain, a little lake with some trees, a Bob Ross painting. And it took me, probably about 4 hours to paint it. And I thought, okay, well, if I do a class and we do it in 3 or 4 hours, we should be able to do that. So I got my family. I think I had my 2 niece, nephew, my sisters, and I think that might have been. I think there was just 4 of us, and me, of course, and my wife was there, and she was helping hand out paint and stuff like that. So we got together in the kitchen, in my kitchen at the table, and I put all these. I cut out all the ovals, and I put them all on the frames or on the canvas before we ever got started, and we just painted. And we painted this, and it took us about 4 hours. And I charged each one of them, I think it was $10. May not even been that much. May have been $5. Just $10. I think it was $10 to cover my canvas. Because again, I had to get used to what would you charge, and just since they were kind of my guinea pigs, that's what we came up with. Was just the $10 to cover the canvas, and everybody painted. And I supplied all the paints, all the brushes, all the easels. Let me go back. I said I supplied. I had a few canvases that I'd gotten and some brushes and paints. And they were just my paints. We used my paints. I didn't go and buy paints yet. And we practiced and we got it done in about 4 hours, maybe a little less. And it really turned out pretty good. And the pictures really turned out good. And they enjoyed it. And they said, well, I like that. So that was my guinea pigs. Then I went on Amazon, Hobby Lobby, a couple of other, I think, Blick Art Supplies and Jerry's Artorama. Now, I'm not sponsored, even though Blick Art Supplies is an affiliate of mine. So if you ever need anything, go over to their website and look around. But I went on to all these places looking for like wine and paint, starter kits, things like that. And I can't remember where, but somewhere they had like, I think it was 6. You could get 6 canvases, 6 easels, nice little metal easels, 6 sets of brushes. And then I went out and I bought, because the brushes were like just normal little flat brushes, different size flat brushes, some little round brushes, and I think a script liner brush. Then I went out and found some hake brushes, and so I put them together, and I had 6. So I went ahead and bought. I think I bought 2 sets, so I had starting 12. No, I think I bought 3 sets, so I had 18. I think I had 18. And I think my sister, for my birthday, I think it was it was my birthday, bought like 6 more canvases. I'm sorry, easels. And so then I went and got some more brushes. So I had 24 easels, but really I didn't want to go more than 20. So I had 20, and I bought a few more brushes so I could do 20. My first class was, I believe, in July, about 7 years ago. And 20 people signed up, 20 people showed up, and we were painting a sunflower. And I'm like, holy crap. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but everybody had a good time. Everybody wanted. So we had already made a picture for the next month, and my wife put it out with a sign-up sheet, and people went up and they were signing up. And we put the picture on a table with a sign-up sheet, and they loved it. So that's really how it all got started. Somebody asked me to do it. They offered me a place to do it. That was the big thing. That's where I got my break, my starting break. But then we went around like we did one at a restaurant. We just went to the restaurant in the mornings, who's eating, and we said, this would make a nice place to do an art class. Do you think you'd rent this out in the afternoon? Well, let me talk to the owner. And they, sure. So we did art classes there for about a year. At the time, I was still doing my first Saturday of every month art class, and I was working full time. And then I was doing this one on the first Sunday of every month. So I had Saturday, Sunday, and working full time, and trying to do some art and trying to do paintings. And it was just too much. So I had to give that one up for now. But now we're looking at extending back down in that area and doing some more. But then I just started advertising to where I was doing it, and friends on social media, and picked up a few wine and paint classes from friends. And then in my art classes, I had some ladies that wanted to do paint classes with their friends at their house, so they would host. And that's really how it got started. And it was about, I just advertised on social media. I advertised at the place that we were doing them, the classes, and people could go on and they could sign up there. Or then we set up a website and we put our classes on there so they could go on and sign up for our art class right online and pay with Venmo or one of those. So everything was done, and then they just showed up, and we just had we had the supplies. So we go through and we buy bundles of canvas by 100 at a time, I think. But anyway, that's how it all got started. How do I do? I do a flyer. I paint all my classes every month, and then I put them onto a flyer, and that'll go wherever we're at, so they can see what month or what paintings per month, and if they like one, they can go onto my website and they're all on there and they can sign up, or they could sign up for the next month there, and then we'll have them all laid out. They can sign up for whatever months they want. So how do I design that? So I'm going to show you real quick. I use Canva. Again, I'm not supported by Canva in any way. Love their program. We do have the Canva Pro. I do everything on it. My videos, my thumbnails for my videos, things like that. But we just went on, and as you can see, we're putting in, that's how I get my flyers, and then I just share, download them. Then I can print them out or do whatever I want. And I take the pictures. I take these pictures just with my iPhone, and I'll show you. So here's some of the paint. Now this is a print that I do, but that's the one we're going to paint February, and then March, and you can see I do them on these boards. March, April, May. Oh, I'm sorry. This one is April. I think that'll be fun. Little water drops, things like that. And I had that in a frame because somebody was looking at it. But anyway, as you can see, I got all year. Oops. All of my year's paintings are right here. That's why I do them on these little flat boards that you see me do them on. They're so easy to store. And and what I do, like my Council on Aging class, when we're done painting, we get a picture of everybody and we post it on social media. They all love it, and so that's another thing you can do. But when I'm done, I give that painting that I painted to Council on Aging. They have a little store there, and they put that in their store and they sell the painting, and whatever they sell it for. It's just a little 11 by 14 that we done in class. So whatever they sell it for, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what the price is. Probably not much, $25, $30, because they're seniors usually that go in and buy them. And then whatever they make off that goes into their Meals on Wheels program for the community. So I really enjoy that. Anyway, that's how I get started. It's pretty simple. There's a lot of work, I will tell you that, but that's how you should get started. That's how I got started, and just have fun. Go out and start with a few people. You got social media. You have Facebook, Instagram, whatever you have that you can go on and tell people, come sign up. Give them your email address. They can email you, or your phone number, and they can call you and say, we want to set one up. Go to a local restaurant. They usually have little party rooms in the back. See how much it's going to cost you to rent that. So if they tell you how much, or tell them what you're doing. If you're doing it for the community and you're just trying to do it for the community, you're not really there to make a lot of money. See if they'll charge rent by the person. I do that at some of my places. Some places charge me by the hour, but 50, 75, whatever it is an hour in this area, wherever you live, could be different. It could be less, it could be a lot more per hour. But that's about what it goes for here, $50 to $75 an hour. Some places I ask them, since this is kind of a community thing, and a lot of it's for our seniors, can they charge me rent by the person? So, because if you have to charge me $50 an hour, then I know that in 4 hours, it's going to cost me, what, $200? 10 that I want my minimum. If I don't have them, then I have to cancel the class. So if they do it by the person, whatever it is, if they want to charge me $10 or $15 a head, if I have 4 people at $10 a head, to them that's $40. And we're there a couple, 3 hours and 4 hours, and if they're already open, $40 may be better than nothing, depending on the business. And, are they trying to pay bills, or are they trying to bring people in, especially if it's a restaurant? If you can bring in 4, 5, 10, 20 people to their restaurant, maybe they can put it in there where they eat. Maybe make it a little bit more, and lunch is included. That helps a lot. So anyway, I hope these help. I'll do a little bit more on them. Maybe I'll even video one of my classes so everybody can kind of see how that is. I know I've done some, but I haven't really explained it. But anyway, I hope this helps you in determining whether you want to do art classes or not. And I think it's a lot of fun. And if you're really into art and that's your next step, by all means do it. Take my tips and what I've done and my failures and build from there. And if you have any questions, again, put it in the comment below. I will answer it, or I will find the answer for you. Or if you have any other suggestions for art classes or how you got started, or anything for our future little vlogs, let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, it really helps. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great week.